Hey there, folks. Welcome into the News 12 Now desk. It's about 10 o'clock here on our Thursday morning. We're in with some breaking news right now. Susan Rhodes, she was the woman who was missing in North Augusta for almost 2 months, is expected to face charges in relation to that accident. So let's back up here and kind of give you some background on how we got to this point. You may remember back in June, she was involved in an accident, went walking into the woods. People who saw the accident said she appeared disoriented, maybe having a medical episode, and then we didn't see her or hear from her for a couple months. We had heard that law enforcement was able to get in touch with her either that day or maybe the next day, and told her to call 911 so that they could ping her phone right there around Gregory Lake Road. Once she hung up with them, didn't call 911. We didn't hear from her again. They sent out a days-long search out in that area to find her, and were not able to. And then just the other day, about 2 months later, she reappeared where her roommate lived, and that's where we've sort of picked things back up here now today. So we just got the incident report in from the sheriff's office the Department of Public Safety there in North Augusta. And as of the latest update, they have applied for and gotten an arrest warrant for Susan Rhodes. They believe she had walked off not because she was having a medical episode, but because she was trying to avoid the fact that she had caused that accident. And so it was sort of a hit and run situation there, according to the Department of Public Safety. They went back to the home where she lives on August 5th, 2 days ago now. On Tuesday, they saw Susan Rhodes in that house. She appeared to be hiding from them. When they were able to talk to her, they said her voice sounded very low. She wasn't able to speak normally. Appeared that she may be having a medical episode there, and she was taken to the hospital. So there's a lot of questions that we've had with this case over the last 2 months, and it looks like we're starting to maybe finally get some answers as to what exactly happened. According to Susan Rhodes, when she talked to these officers 2 days ago, told them that she went into the woods, didn't know where she was. She had gotten into a creek, into a river, and she said she had to hold on to a root there, and if she hadn't, she says she would have drowned. This is all according to the incident report that we got from North Augusta Department of Public Safety. She says she made it back to a road, and an elderly couple had taken her to their house. That's where she was staying, according to her, and then she said she came back to her house a couple months later. Said she didn't know who these people were, didn't remember much, didn't remember being in a wreck. So there was a whole lot of gaps there in what she was saying. But again, if you are just tuning in here, let me actually stream started on our website. If you are just tuning in here, Susan Rhodes, the woman who was missing for nearly 2 months after a crash in North Augusta back in June, is now expected to face charges in relation to that accident. You just saw there what was part of the search party that went out in the days following her disappearance. This was back on June the 11th. She was in an accident on Gregory Lake Road, Gregory Pond Road, Gregory Lake Road, Gregory Lake Road. And she wandered off into the woods. People who were there said it looked like she may be having a medical episode, and they sent out a search party for multiple days to try to find her. And you could see what they were dealing with there. Very thick woods. You have the lake there as well. So it was a tough search there for North Augusta Department of Public Safety and other agencies who were out there helping out. 2 months later, she reappears at her house, and North Augusta Department of Public Safety goes there to try to talk to her, to try to figure out what happened, where she's been for the last couple months. And they said she appeared to have been hiding from them inside the house. And when they were finally able to talk to her, she was missing a lot of what happened. Didn't remember being in a wreck, but did remember being in a creek or in a river and having to hold on to a root while she was in there. As we give you a look here at what was the crash site, you could see again just how thick those woods were when they were trying to do that search for the couple days following her disappearance. So there was an arrest warrant applied for and received on the charges of hit and run and property damage. So that is what she can be expecting to face once she gets out of the hospital, because once she was in, or when the North Augusta Department of Public Safety was talking to her on Tuesday, they say it appeared she was having a medical episode and she had to be taken to the hospital. So there is still sort of some loose ends to this. We haven't gotten this all figured out just yet, but they are expecting again to charge her with hit and run and attended vehicle with property damage. So that is where we're at in this whole thing. I know this has been kind of confusing for most people, because it's been confusing for us too, but that is where we're at right now. So we will have more on this as we get it. We don't have that arrest warrant yet, so we don't have all the information that's going to come out on that. But once we do, we will of course pass it along to you. But again, Susan Rhodes, the woman who was missing for nearly 2 months after an accident in North Augusta on Gregory Lake Road, is expected to face charges in relation to that accident. People who saw the accident, saw her wander off into the woods, say it seemed like she may have been having a medical episode, but according to this incident report from the North Augusta Department of Public Safety, they believe she left and went into the woods to try to avoid the fact that she was at fault in that accident. So that is the bit of breaking we have here for you this morning. We will, of course, continue to follow this and keep you updated as we learn more, but just wanted to pop in here and give you that breaking news update.